Today, we're going to start our series going over the Orc warlords and combat cards, starting with my personal favorite, Boss Zagstrukk. His special passive ability for his deck is Full Throttle, which allows any card to ready and attack for 100% of its power. He comes with a Scout ability, so it's essentially a free attack. Generally, when I take his decks, I'm going to add in any cards that have the Scout ability. So it's like a free attack, basically. And I can get that right off deployment. And I also take Psychic and some other melee. So we start with the Weird Boy. We're up against some Eldar and the Deathkiller Wartrike, who's particularly strong. If you watch, boom, instantly, free move, take a character out. From there, I'm going to place another character with the Scout move. I'll do the same with the Storm Boy. He's not as strong, but he hits pretty hard as well. And if there's no Psychic in the opposing deck, then I'm just getting free hits, basically. Watch. And there's no counter. That's basically two free kills, and I didn't even get hit back. Not yet. The foil for this deck, though, is if I were to come up against a complete Psychic force, then I can't do my strategy as efficiently. Fortunately, that's rather rare, and haven't really come up against it that often. Occasionally, it does pop up, though. I seem to have more success with armies who have absolutely no Psychic at all, like Tau or Necrons. The best part, though, is that while I'm doing the Psychic ability, spamming Psychic, if you will, but at the same time, I'm building up my melee meter. So when the time comes for me to actually punch, I've built up some momentum on it. Zagstruck's warlord trait actually changed from the early stages. It used to be just a random card lost 20 health as a result of his missiles. Some of these Eldar cards are really annoying. Like the two on the left, the Harlequin, and forget her name off the top of my head, but yeah, she took my Weird Boy out, so gotta do something else. In reality, I could still ready everybody without the Psyker and still get the same result, but I won't be too cheesy. A little crazy with the Bomb Squig. Now, the good thing about it is the ready, it doesn't always work with just Psychic. If a particular card doesn't have an ability, so like the Bomb Squig can't shoot, so if I shoot with everything else, he readies, and that allows him to make his melee attack. This setup has been working for me. I haven't really traded it out too much. Every now and again, I might just see what another card might do. I do always take the Scout cards, though. That's essential to the strategy. As you can see, the Eldar hit particularly hard, especially with this Avatar warlord. I got something for him, though. Watch this. Put out Makari for inspiring. Death Dread, who hits pretty hard in his own right. Like the Bomb Squig, he has a self-destruct mechanism. And another Storm Boy. Has a free attack. Now, this is sort of a contingency plan, because if I do get destroyed with the Death Dread, I'm going to blow up, and I'll probably kill him anyway. But we didn't even have to go that far. So here we are. Just a sample of Zagstruck's power. And we didn't even get to use him. But next up, we have Mozrog Skragbad. What happens with him is when he makes a melee attack, he gains health. And so he has Berserk, and I use other cards with the Berserk trait because that optimizes the entire game plan. So I hit, I gain life, they hit me, I get stronger. As I get madder, I get stronger. So it's just an endless cycle. So we'll see how this performs. This one has been doing pretty good also. He's one of the newer warlords and one of the stronger ones, to be quite honest. Here we go. We got Eldar again. This is one of the more annoying warlords on the Eldar side. Because every time something dies, he gains some life. But I gain life too, so let's see what happens. Almost a stalemate with seizing the initiative. Now, what I like to do, I like to put out the Death Dread and the Beast Boss on Squigosaur because they have the Berserk trait, and the longer I keep them in the fight, the stronger they get, the harder they are to defeat also. So, start it off. Yeah, get mad at it. The strategy for Berserk cards is to try to take as little damage as possible and just dish out as much punishment as you can. Now watch. Power. The other things that are essential for me to run in this deck are Pain Boys, Mad Doc Rotsnick, and the other regular Pain Boy. Because while I'm fighting and losing life, and maybe if I get low, they give them a complete boost. If I had enough space, points-wise, to fit the third Pain Boss from the Beast Snaggers, I would definitely do it. It's almost an unbeatable deck. I have been defeated at certain points when I get singled out and like maybe they take out either the Death Dread or the Beast Boss. But mostly they're just good to go, man. And they can actually last the entire battle. I don't even have to trade them out. If there's a really annoying enemy, I'll throw out some fodder, something to tie him up and keep him occupied while my other guys power up. This is gonna hurt when Harlequin explodes. That would usually be a deterrent for me to hit him, but because the Death Dread is going to gain strength from being injured, I don't really mind that much. But now you'll see where the Pain Boy comes in. This is going to work nicely. As you can see, I also include a Gretchen and a regular Orc Boy, again for tying up really strong enemies. Most times using this deck, I don't even get a chance to put out Mozrog. The heavy hitters are the Death Dread and the Beast Boss. They do all the work I need. The downside, I feel like, to this is if I don't put out Mozrog fast enough, or if it comes down to where I have to put him out and he hasn't been powered up, he could probably be taken out rather easy because he starts off weak until he starts gaining strength and getting hit. He does have a crap ton of life, though, so that's cool. I mean, I think fully maxed out, he gets into like the 400s. As it stands right now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to beat me, not with what they have. Yeah, it's a wrap. Death Dreads in both sets. I showed they're really carrying the whole. They're the aces right now, and my MVPs. Just something so completely satisfying about popping the stupid Eldar Warlord. So here we have it. Ha. Excellent. Another victory for the Orcs. Let's gain some of them good old points. Putting in work in ranked mode. You know what it is. This is part 1.